Have you ever went through life and thought, where is God? Where is God right now? You know, I've done A, B, C, and D right to try to please God, but yet A, B, C, D, and E happens to me. And we just wonder why we have this drought, this dry spiritual drought where there's no obvious, in our perspective, signs of God acting in our life. I think we've all had that before. I know the second time I had opportunity for my current job of 11 years, I was really looking forward to getting this job, and still to this day, it's a I consider it a blessing. But I was about to time out. I needed to get I guess they call it a psychological evaluation or something prior to this job to be accepted. And the deadline was running out, and the people I needed to make an appointment with couldn't meet me. And I thought, well, I guess it's not meant to be. And out of the blue, this one doctor called me and said, you know what? She said, my kids are in school this coming Saturday because of the weather. And so I will be able to go to the office and I'll be able to do that. So it happened in the nick of time. And a lot of people call these little situations God winks. I know Sonia and I watched a Christmas movie a while back, and it was called God Wink, which is, a good way to put it, I guess. God is always in our lives, and we don't realize that a lot of times. But he's always working behind the scenes, regardless if he seems close. And I won't get into all the details, but a lot of times if he seems far away, it's because we moved. He didn't. But anyway, I wanted to share a God wink with you that happened this past week, just a few days ago. Sonia's been through COVID and nearly died with it. And God worked a miracle in her life. And anyway, during that hardship, during the hardest time of that, the darkest of the darkest, I had to reach out to people, for advice, medical opinions and whatever. And one of Sonia's old friends from grade school is a nurse, and we had connections with her through Facebook. And I kind of asked her some questions and got her opinion on some things. And so, to make a long story short, a couple months ago, she reached out to me and asked if she could swing by. Now, Sonia and her haven't met in like 30 plus years. And she wanted to come by and see Sonia and surprise her. Long story short, we pulled that off. It was great. She stopped by this past weekend. And then how that ties into this is, Sonia's been struggling with, frustration because she's not exactly where she would like to be at this point in recovery. And this God wink, this little small miracle came at a good time in her life to give her encouragement and motivation. And it's kind of like God saying, hey, listen, I do hear you. I know what you're going through. And, I want to put this person in your life at this critical time right now to give you that boost you need. So it's awesome to see little things like that come together. Long story short, stay encouraged and motivated, and know that just like, weather, in the weather we have droughts, we have rainy seasons, we have dry seasons, and then we have it where it's a nice balance. But life is always never balanced correctly. It's either one or the other. It's life. Life happens, as we say. So keep that in mind this week on this video, and be encouraged and know that if you're going through a drought, there's a God wink coming, and keep that in mind. He does love you. Have a great week. Till next time.